All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to Smash Trivia. I'm your host, Smash Trivia John. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram by searching Smash Trivia to follow everything happening with me. All of you want the big old green head in the profile picture. So excited to get into this. This is the game of analysis. Basically, in this series, I'm going to review everything Hulk, all the movies and TV shows. Hope you enjoy Smash Trivia Presents the Game of Analysis. I want to ask everyone listening if they could please do something for me. Please share the hell of this podcast to all your friends. As for this episode, I'm reviewing Shrek for our Valentine's Day special. Oh, and Smash Trivia has a Patreon, so please check that out. We have some fantastic extra content on there that I bet you'll love. The tiers are as follows. It's $1 a month. It's Hulka Holla for $1. $3 a month is Reading Room with Hulkie and Shulkie. $5 a month is smashing the TV. And I also offer now a custom themed trivia games on Fiverr. So if you want to take your game night to the next level, you can hire me. Though I recommend waiting a bit until I'm not sick to do that, so you don't have a recording that sounds awful. But the link to that is in the episode description. I'm joined today by Mad Trivia John from the Mad Trivia Podcast. How you doing, John?
I am sick too.
Fun. And we also have Annabelle from the Vendetta Podcast. How you doing, Annabelle?
I am doing fantastic. I am not sick, but I'm doing great.
1 out of 3 ain't bad.
All right. And our Hulka Holla for $1, we have Derek Sager, Gabriel Floral, Film Critter, and Stephen W. Oh, and the Gamma Analysis is a part of the Blind Knowledge Podcast Network. All right. So before getting into the show, I do want to say that later in the episode, you'll hear from my co-host Keith for his Shrek thoughts via video that he sent in. Sadly he couldn't make it tonight. And also, I will be later playing some footage that I don't think most people have heard of Chris Farley voicing Shrek before his passing. All right, so let's get into this review. I had a lot of fun on going back and watching this week. This was a great film to watch while I was sick to make me feel better. I was every time there was a song going throughout the film, I was singing along to every song. That was so much fun.
Oh yeah, definitely. I know all of those songs because of these movies. That's the only reason I know them.
Yeah, I found myself bopping along even at work today. I was on my lunch break watching some of the movie, and I'm sitting in my truck, and I'm a mail guy, so I'm sitting in a little mail truck just bopping left and right. And those things are terrible for suspension, so people would be thinking there's something going on in the truck. But it was a good time.
Oh man, I particularly really I love the Smash Mouth songs and songs in this, and then I one I did not remember being at that I really enjoyed saying along today while watching was Bad Reputation. And
Yeah,
they say, I don't give a damn about my bad reputation. Oh, it was great.
so fitting.
Oh yeah. Oh, this is a film that I really enjoyed from childhood, and I think it ages really well.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely. Yeah, and it's one of those things that I don't think you could ever get tired of these films ever.
Yeah, definitely.
The older ones, not the newer ones. I'm still kind of hard pressed to find as much enjoyment.
Yeah,
Though I did see Puss in Boots 3 the other day, and I loved it.
Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is so good.
Yeah.
It brings it really feels like you're watching all these other films from the early 2000s.
Though there's a lot of bleeps. I was very much surprised by the bleeps.
Yeah.
There's bleeps? What? I haven't seen it yet.
A lot of them.
Wow. That is shocking.
Oh man. This trying to think what particularly we should talk about. One thing I really enjoy about this that wasn't really a big deal to me when I was a kid, but now as an adult I really enjoy is the fact that that Fiona she is such a badass.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. I always loved that ever since I saw this movie as a kid, and it was always shocking to me because Me and you, John, we like grew up with these movies. So me as a girl, I'm watching all of these princess movies, and all of the princesses are like, wait for the prince to save them, and she just saved her fucking self. And it was awesome. I love that.
And, the one thing I was thinking about while watching today, the scene where Robin Hood tries to grab her, like Robin Hood says that I saved you from the big green beast. But I feel like in reality, a Fiona saved Shrek and Donkey from the big green beast and Robin Hood he's wearing green, so and he is pretty much a stereotypical chauvinistic jerkwad.
Yep.
She saved them, which I absolutely love that.
Yeah, I did love the fact that Cameron Diaz and Princess Fiona were not your typical damsel in distress. That for the time, that was very unusual. At 2001, we didn't have Me Too. We didn't have all that stuff. Wasn't as prominent as it is now. Not to say that things like that didn't happen, but no one spoke about it. It wasn't a prominent thing. So even then, having a female lead be so strong and so almost forthcoming with her ability to be strong was very out of time. And it did age extraordinarily well because of that.
Oh yeah. Speaking of like you mentioned Me Too stuff, like I thought it was funny that when they kind of referenced a lot of the unconsensual shit with the with when near the middle of the film when the dragon started I tried to touch Donkey and he was like, I did not consent to this.
That was a very, very interesting mirror of what actually was happening in Hollywood at the time.
One thing until these viewings this week, I never noticed it makes sense. I never noticed when I was a kid, but I've watched it in recent years, and I never noticed before or in those years. But the Lord Farquaad's logo is so similar to the Facebook logo. And I'm like, what the hell?
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, it's just a blue F,
and it's a lowercase f.
Yeah. It's and the film came out like I think it was 3 years or something before Facebook came out. So I definitely believe the theories that I read online that and Facebook may have tried to rip off Shrek for their logo.
Shrek is love. Shrek is life.
Oh yeah.
Probably, yeah.
It's so good. And I as I did as a kid, I love all the voices in this. They did such an incredible job with casting for this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Eddie Murphy. I don't think anybody could play a better Donkey.
No. No.
Yeah. No way.
Irreplaceable.
Yeah.
In an interview recently, someone asked him about returning for Donkey if they did a Shrek 5, and he said and he would absolutely do that if they called him. He also said he really wants to make a Donkey movie, which I think would be hilarious.
Sign me up.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
Perfect.
The thing is, a Donkey movie, unlike anything else from the Shrek universe, they can do whatever they want with it because there is no story specifically that Donkey's from. There are different theories online about what story he's from, but there's never actually been any confirmation of what character he is.
Well, he isn't. He was loosely based on Eeyore. I think was the closest that anyone came to.
I actually I seem to remember a theory video I watched on it. Actually, they talked about how apparently there was a fairy tale about a man who became a donkey and he could talk while he was the donkey. I don't remember what that fairy tale was called, but I would say that was probably the closest thing. aim, but there's never been actually any confirmation that that's who he was based off.
What if he's like, you know how in Pinocchio at that circus place, the guy turned all the children into donkeys?
That's not a bad idea.
That's a pretty good idea too. Yeah.
That just came to me.
Oh, yeah.
I hate Pinocchio. I think it's the creepiest movie in the world.
So that last year was a rough year for you then, with 2 of them coming out.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. I didn't even watch the Tom Hanks one because I was just like, no, like I already know the story. It's creepy. I don't need to see it in live action. I don't.
Didn't Guillermo del Toro do the other one?
I believe so.
That's just wild. The fact that they make more than one of the same intellectual property as a film in the same year and release them on 2 separate platforms with 2 separate like definitive stylings just drives me crazy.
Yeah. No, there is no need for that. None. None.
I love all of the short jokes for Lord Farquaad. And like there's so many things like I never would have caught when I was a kid, like the jokes of like, oh, he's compensating.
Oh yeah, no, didn't catch any of those as a kid at all.
I love things like that. Be able to go back to the films I watched as a kid and find jokes there for adults that I just never would have gotten.
It's the greatest thing because there's so many. There's just so many.
It is.
It's like you catch a new one every single time you watch it.
Oh yeah.
One of the ones that sticks out to me right now is pretty much one of the last ones is when Fiona meets Lord Farquaad near the end, and she goes, "I was just saying a short goodbye."
I really love the one where the adult joke where they're like, it's very obvious in the song they were going to say ass, but they changed the face. Right outside Duloc.
Yeah, the Duloc theme song.
Oh yeah, which I'm pretty sure that has to be based on Willy Wonka.
Oh no way, it's not. No way, it's not.
Yeah,
probably. Yeah.
I like that they changed it for the Shrek Halloween thing that they did, and they made it a very creepy version of that same song.
Oh man!
I don't think I've watched Shrek Halloween. Is that like a short?
Yeah. I think it is, and they use that same intro, but they make it very Halloweeny. It's very interesting.
Yeah, I think it's called Scared Shrekless,
something like that.
Oh, I need to watch that.
There's also I think like two Christmas specials for Shrek as well. There's a lot of Shrek content.
I think I remember those.
And then there's also Shrek the musical, which is it's terrifying to look at.
Yeah. Didn't they do like a Shrek on Ice thing?
Well, I'm pretty sure they've put everything on ice at this point.
Probably, yeah.
I think there's there's also another thing I believe that is a Halloween thing called Shrek the Ghost of Lord Farquaad. I'm looking right now on IMDb.
Haven't heard of that one.
No, that sounds interesting.
There's Shrek Thriller Night.
If it doesn't have Michael Jackson music, then I'm not interested.
I bet it does. Oh man, there's so much. There's also apparently some Shrek video games, which honestly sounds pretty fun to me.
I actually remember those. I think one of them, the first one, was like a PlayStation game.
Yeah, man. When they were like the movies were coming out, they accompanied with a video game. I remember playing at least one of them on the GameCube.
Oh yeah.
GameCube's nostalgia. I was thinking while I was watching it today, like it would be so fun an open world game where I can be Shrek and like be inside of Shrek's swamp and all this stuff. I think that would be so fun. Oh man.
Modernized Shrek for a next gen system where you can just roam far away or Duloc.
Shit, that's an idea. They need to do that.
Oh yeah. I mean, and I think they really pull off something cool looking, especially with like the how good the animation looks in the new Puss in Boots movie. And and I feel like they could like try to get like some like people like who made the Spider-Man game for PS4.
Oh, jeez.
That would be
Oh,
amazing.
Insomniac.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would be
that would
awesome.
be crazy.
Or even Unreal Engine it. I mean,
Oh yeah,
jeez.
Yeah.
that would be so cool. Oh man, I think what all we should talk about this review. I'm normally a lot better at being able to think of things when I'm not sick.
Well, how about this? What was everyone's favorite scene?
Oh man.
Oh gosh. That's like a tough question, a real tough question.
An hour and a half long movie, and I'm surprisingly kind of difficult in the thought too, because there's so much good about the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to go with, because like anytime I talk about Shrek, this just automatically pops into my brain and I can't get it out, and it's stuck in my brain for like the next week. Do you know the Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man?
Good.
The Muffin Man.
I know the Muffin Man, the one that lives on Drury Lane.
Well, she's married to the Muffin Man.
She's married to the Muffin Man.
Oh yeah. That reminds me. I watched a TikTok recently, but about that. Someone went to Drury Lane in real life. I think it's somewhere in like London or something, and apparently it's a place that's now a park, but it used to be a graveyard. So there are still like bodies is buried under this park where people just take their kids to.
That's some Exorcist shit. Don't do that.
That is wild, and now I kind of want to visit it
Right.
immediately.
You got kids playing on graves out there. What the hell?
Yeah. Oh man. I'm thinking like my favorite scene in the film might be either the scene near the end where Donkey actually like forces Shrek to listen to him and to listen to him of like the and telling him about how Fiona wasn't talking about him that the night before and stuff like that. That's such an emotional scene. I thought that's such a great one.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Donkey nutting up is a definite reminder of not every book can be judged just on how they act or how they look most of the time, because he was a softie for like every other part of the movie, but then all of a sudden when it matters most, he's in his friend's face telling him how it is and telling him to grow the hell up, basically. And he needed it then, and that's kind of when it mattered most.
I really enjoyed like the foreshadowing throughout the film to when we actually see Fiona as an ogre for the first time. Like I never noticed when I was a kid. The first scene with the magic mirror, the magic mirror tries to warn Lord Farquaad about it. I never noticed that before.
Yeah,
but sir, there is one thing
easily
you know.
overlooked.
Which I think it has to do with how Lord Farquaad just cuts everybody off always.
Well, that's his imposing manner. No, literally.
Literally, he's a little prick.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I think my favorite scene, and it's such a simple little thing, but when Fiona finally realizes that she's about to be rescued, and she gets herself all perked up and prepped up, and just as she's about to reach out to kiss, he's Princess, wake up!
Yeah.
It's so anti-fairy tale in every sense, and it's just so great to see that he was not gonna kiss her.
Yeah. And then the whole time he's like rescuing her, she's like, no, this is all wrong, you're doing it all wrong.
Yeah. I like, I love how like it is like a good bit of time before she actually realizes he has not killed the dragon before coming to rescue her.
Wait, you didn't slay the dragon? It's on my to-do list.
Yeah, like which I imagine that's why she thought they had all this time. They could just talk for a while.
Yeah. Gotta admit though, he was crafty with getting the dragon stuck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was great. Oh,
another thing about Princess Fiona that I really liked is when like he finally takes off the helmet and reveals that he's an ogre. She wasn't scared of him like everybody else was.
Well, except for Donkey.
Oh
Yeah.
So maybe her and Donkey have a lot more in common than her and Shrek.
yeah. Oh man. Yeah. I was thinking about watching it today. I'm wondering why Shrek actually decided to wear that helmet in the first place. He's never really cared before that what people thought of what he looked like, and also I imagine that helmet was painful on his ears.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if maybe he didn't want to frighten her because he was there to rescue her. Like most of the time, he doesn't give a shit what people think about him, but this was like a goal for him to get something that he wanted. So maybe he just didn't want to frighten her, because when she tells him to take the helmet off, he's very hesitant about it before he actually does it.
Yeah.
So I suspect that's a matter of convenience, because when he's putting the helmet on, it's when he's telling Donkey to go find the stairs to the top of the tower while he fights the dragon. So I think it was actually practical use to fight the dragon.
He also though and I was wondering why this happened in the scene, because you don't see it in the next scene. He also grabbed a couple of smaller helmets as well when he put on the helmet, which I was wondering about that, of like why he grabbed other helmets, but then the next scene he doesn't have those. He's just wearing the helmet.
I missed that.
Like I was thinking, when I saw that at first, I was thinking, oh, he's going to put one of them on Donkey your side, but no, he just grabbed like 2 or 3 helmets and was holding them in his hands. And then the next scene, he doesn't have them.
Continuity error.
Oh
well.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't need him. Besides, what's going to have what kind of helmet is anyone going to have that fits Donkey's long snout?
I mean, yeah.
Besides,
maybe
one
he was
for a
looking
horse.
for gloves. Oh yeah. Which would have been nice foreshadowing for Shrek 2. Shrek 2?
Yeah, Shrek 2. Yeah.
You know, I really enjoyed it was so fun how it made Donkey feel when he was being called the brave steed. But
the noble steed,
the noble steed. That was so cute.
Call me a noble steed.
I love that.
I got a lot of his Nutty Professor acting out of that movie. Now that I think about it, like he had a lot of his feminine qualities that he used for the feminine characters that he played in the Nutty Professor. Like he doesn't. I mean, Eddie Murphy is very, very notoriously multi-capable, and he didn't come off as the strong, almost straight person that he is. Like he came off as effeminate, which was really interesting for, again, just the time. You didn't see that kind of a diversity in male and female actors the way you kind of obviously see more now, with Cameron Diaz being the strong female lead that was self-sufficient, and then Mike Myers playing the Scottish ogre who was kind of soft on the inside and the whole layered aspect, and then you've got Donkey who was in touch with his feminine side. I really dug that aesthetic of the whole movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
This honestly, I think that Shrek and Fiona are very much at least within movie terms, they like the perfect couple. I think they're and so I'm very happy I chose this to be my film for Valentine's Day. This was this they have so much perfect chemistry together.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's almost a shame they weren't chosen to do the musical.
Man,
or the Broadway. I mean, they would have done well.
Oh yeah, I bet both of them are good at singing. And we got a little bit of Cameron Diaz singing in the film. I don't remember if we got any. I don't think we got any of Shrek singing though.
No,
but
our first
I
taste of Cameron Diaz was exploding a bird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was so funny too. I remembered it happened, and then I saw it happening. I was like, "Oh yeah!"
I love how one that she makes like cotton candy out of bugs and cobwebs for Shrek, and then afterwards, you notice she licks her fingers, so she likes having cobwebs with bugs in them too.
Yeah, I must have missed that too. I didn't even register.
I wonder if she gets like different cravings when she's in ogre form.
Probably.
Can we talk though about that really quick? About how every other creature that evolves from something normal size to something like that, a la the Hulk, their clothes seem to shred, but hers just fit.
Convenience.
Yeah,
right. That's some stretchy ass material.
Yeah, it's a kids movie. Yeah, I would say.
I wasn't worried about it exposing anything, but geez, it just never broke, never tore, and she was always just form fit.
At least it's not like the '90s She-Hulk comic that that I read this week with Annabelle, where she turns into the She-Hulk, and it basically turns her clothes into a bra.
Oh jeez.
It's like, wow.
It like rips so perfectly into the shape of a bra. That's
how
accurate.
Convenient. You writers and illustrators sure know how to do it.
Yeah. Oh man.
I feel your pain, Annabelle. I mean, not physically, but it's been a long couple of weeks.
Yeah. Sleepy.
Whoa, what is going on? What is going on?
Oh, John. Oh,
I have been having that trouble a lot lately. I think it's a problem with my Zoom, because as I just bought a new webcam, and it's not, and so it's definitely not the webcam.
I thought we were having an invasion, a la, what was that? God, I can't remember his name right now. The guy with the face from
Ultron.
No. There was a guy with glasses took over airwaves in some town for like a minute or three, way back. God, I can't remember his name right now. It was like an old TV thing that happened. It'll come to me when I least don't need it. Oh, Max Headroom.
Okay, I don't know who that.
You'd have to look him up.
No idea.
I'm probably older than you guys, but Max Headroom. I'll show you a picture of him because I can pop it up on my phone.
I was thinking Zola for a second in that episode of What If.
No glasses. Okay, he didn't have glasses, but yeah, he did have glasses. Okay, this is Max Headroom. I don't know if you can see him on there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. He looks very creepy.
Yeah, he took over some radio, not radio, like TV station for like 5 minutes on some town somewhere, but it was super creepy, and it was just that looked like what was happening there.
Oh, I think of it. It's like I'm being taken out of the Matrix or something.
They're coming to take him away.
I don't know if there's much else to talk about. So I'm gonna share my screen so I aim with the Keith video.
Excellent.
Okay, cool. I've missed Keith's face.
All right, do you guys see that?
I see a screen that says there it is.
Oh, there's his lovely face.
John and company, I am so sorry that I cannot be there tonight. I know you guys are talking about Shrek.
Can you guys hear that?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll be honest with you, I love Shrek. I know it's a huge iconic movie for a lot of people. A departure from just kind of getting, in my time when it came out anyways, when I was what the hell age would I have been? I would have been probably like mid-teens, early teens maybe. It was a refreshing change from Disney. Getting Disney all the time and bombarded with Disney is it's exhausting. So it was really nice to see something that had a lot of thought put into it, a lot of cleverness, a lot of satire, a lot of tongue-in-cheek stuff, both for adults and kids. It was really cool. And I quoted the shit out of it. That was my biggest relationship with this movie, is quoting it like crazy, trying to get the voices down. She's married to The Muffin Man. The Muffin Man. The Muffin Man. She's married to the Muffin Man, who lives on Drury Lane. There's a lot of amazing quotes, amazing characters. Farquaad is hilarious. Fiona's amazing as a character, and what a cool message too to have in a movie with her character in general. And of course, Eddie Murphy. My God, Eddie Murphy had so many incredible roles when I was a kid that had already come out by the time I was a kid, and then this was like. It beat all of them, and it's all anybody talks about anymore. And still to this day, I don't think people think about, unless they're a lot older than me and they're thinking about Beverly Hills Cop or 48 Hours or something, or Trading Places, they're talking about Shrek and talking about Donkey. And it's a fantastic time. A lot of really great jokes, and any movie that can make me tolerate Smash Mouth,
I love how you made a Shrek themed version of my logo. That's awesome.
That was great. Keith,
awesome.
Keith's videos are always great.
I loved that he did the Muffin Man bit.
That's
I love
so
that.
good.
And he pretty much not the gumdrop buttons.
So good.
He pretty much said everything that we said.
Yeah.
That's wild. Yeah.
Oh.
We hadn't seen this video before, folks, so you know.
Yeah, no, we haven't.
Yeah. Oh, so I had actually told Keith earlier that I was going to play that near the beginning of the episode, and then he told me just in case we mentioned the same things he mentions, and just wait till the end to play it.
Yeah, that was perfect. Yeah, because he hit every single point that we hit.
Yep.
Oh man. All right. And I think I'm gonna now play the Chris Farley Shrek thing.
We should be able to queue up right here Adam Sandler's song Farley.
Oh, song. All right. Let's see if this should be put sharing.
Man, nothing like a fire and a noble romantic.
You guys can hear that, right?
Of your heart.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like my cockles room temperature. Thank you very much.
Hey, if you're not doing this for cockle woman, why are you doing it?
Simple. Fartwad gets his princess. I get what I want.
Which is? Now, come on, what do you want?
I don't have time to set it to music.
Oh, this is another one of those onion things.
No, this is one of those drop it and leave me alone things.
Well, why don't you want to talk about it?
Why do you want to talk about it?
Why are you answering the question with a question?
Why are you asking questions I don't want to answer?
Why are you blocking?
I'm not blocking.
Then why do you have problems expressing your wants?
I don't. I want you to shut up. See? No problem.
You're just displacing your anger.
Believe me, it's properly placed.
You're really mad at whoever did this to you.
No one did anything to me.
Yes. Someone hurt you so bad. Someone hurt you many years ago.
Leave my parents out of this.
Breakthrough. Let's go with that. Let's explore family origin. Were you hugged as a child, Shrek?
All right. I want a home and someone to share it with, okay?
Yes, Shrek. It's okay.
And Farquaad said he'd give me my own swamp in exchange for the princess.
You really think you can trust that Weasley oil rag, don't you?
Yeah, right. But now I'm gonna have what he wants.
Boy, has he underestimated you.
Yeah, he can join the club. People see me and they go, "Ah! Help! A big, stupid, stinky, smelly, ugly ogre! I'm so scared!" And they judge me before they even know me. My folks always told me that everyone loves ogres.
I see.
So, I guess they were a little overprotective.
A little?
That's why I gotta do this. I want them to know I can take care of myself.
Now, you want to make him proud.
Yeah.
You know what? When we met, I didn't think he was just a big, stupid, ugly ogre.
I know.
Night, Shrek.
Night, doggy.
Hey, that would have been interesting.
I gotta be honest, as much as I love Farley and as much as I respect the grind, this movie would never have kicked off so well if it wasn't Mike Myers.
I definitely think the same. I think Mike Myers is definitely better, but I do think it's really interesting and cool to see his portrayal was. It's very different feeling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because we're so used to the Mike Myers Shrek, but it didn't
feel right.
It didn't sound like an ogre. It sounded like Chris Farley.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I got angry Chris Farley.
Oh.
Yeah.
one thing about the clip I find really interesting is though we got a little bit of this within the film. I think this version of the film was like really push a donkey feeling like a therapist sort of character, which I found really interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I could. I mean, you could still see elements of that in the final cut,
definitely. Oh,
but more with Fiona than with Shrek.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
think, and I think it was kind of interesting how like within that version of the film we were gonna get a bit of a backstory to Shrek.
Like he never mentions his family.
Yeah,
Huh.
which I seem to remember maybe in one of the later films like they might talk about his family, but but he obviously doesn't in this first film.
Yeah. Not that it's related to my trivia questions, but do you know who was originally supposed to voice Fiona opposite Farley?
I
No.
no, I don't. I'm gonna just guess. I'm gonna guess. Just probably any random SNL member that was around at the time.
I'm gonna guess because I'm trying to think of actresses that were very popular during this time. I'm gonna guess Anne Hathaway.
And what about you, John?
I'm thinking uh I'm just gonna I can't think of any the actresses as they were on at that time, so I'm gonna just say Helen Mirren.
I mean, she was still in her late 80s back then. So. It was actually, I was surprised to hear this. It was Janine Garofalo.
No idea who that is.
Oh, I got no idea who that is.
You by face you will. Hang please. I will pull up a picture for you because
Yeah.
she's one of those face not names.
Yeah, probably.
Yes, for sure. Images. She almost looks like an older version of Elliot Page before he transitioned. It's not coming through. Oh yeah, hang on. That was too
your
shiny.
light is
That was too shiny. Here, I'll pull up the picture and I'll turn down my light.
Okay. Hey, there you go. I recognize her.
Still don't recognize
She has okay, I'll pull up some of her IMDb because that'll make it a little bit better. Pull up some of her popular flickies. She was in Mystery Men. She was who was she in Mystery Men? You must have seen Mystery Men.
Yeah, I've seen Mystery Men.
Okay,
I
was
don't remember.
She was
who
the bowler.
Was. Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was the bowler in Mystery Men. She was in Romy and Michelle, Truth About Cats and Dogs, Copland, The Matchmaker, Cable Guy.
Okay.
Oh, it's been a really long time since I've seen that. Okay, I was about to say I haven't seen a single one of these movies you were saying, but Cable Guy, I think I have.
I've never seen the Cable Guy. That's one. That's another Jim Carrey film I really want to see.
That is a classic.
Oh,
that's one of Jack Black's earlier films too.
I want to go. I want to go back and watch all of the Jim Carrey films that I've missed throughout the years. I actually last week I think it was I watched the Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind for the first time.
Incredible movie.
That's so good. Though I don't think the ending of the film is as good as the rest of the film is. But the rest of the film is so good.
I think the end of the film almost defeats the purpose of the movie.
The ending of the film felt very weird to me.
Because didn't they just re-meet? Wait, have you seen this movie, Annabelle?
No, I haven't.
Oh, we gotta shut up.
Oh,
we'll stop now. Have you seen Dumb and Dumber?
Yes.
Okay. John?
I have. No.
Okay, good. So you can look forward to this in about 3 weeks. I don't know if you can see it.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
I love it.
he was very happy to be on there.
I imagine you probably had a lot of fun picking a scene for him to do Mad Libs on.
Him and Emmy were absolute delights.
Oh man. At some point, one of Annabelle or me should go on your podcast and do some Mad Libs of Shrek.
I would
some Shrek Mad Libs would be amazing.
And everything. Mad Libs, the way I do it is so weird. It always turns. I had a buddy of mine who was very Christian, and we did The Dark Knight, specifically the interrogation scene, and he somehow made a balls reference that just sounded like he very much accidentally didn't sound Christian.
Oh god.
And I feel bad because it he's very, very into his faith. It worked out in such a way with the words that he put together inadvertently. It was just such a good time.
That's awesome.
Well, would you like me to ask my questions since we are pushing an hour?
Yeah.
I was going to ask you who was originally supposed to voice Shrek, but I think we already know the answer to that.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
So, how about this? Do you know who was supposed to originally voice Lord Farquaad before John Lithgow?
Ooh. I'm gonna say, just because I think this would have been a pretty good casting. If it were the case, Will Ferrell.
Oh, that would be good.
And what about you, Annabelle? What do you got?
I don't know.
I should have given the hint that this is a British actor.
Ooh.
Oh, that doesn't help me
British
at all.
actor.
I'm
Lithgow's
terrible
British.
with names.
Isn't he British? I think Lithgow's British. Maybe he's not British.
Uh,
He's got an accent of some kind.
I have no clue.
Alan Rickman.
Oh, wow.
that would have been interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, why do I feel like I read that somewhere? Now
He
that
only
you say
opted out
that.
to do Harry Potter.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Yeah. What famous bear and tiger voice actor voiced the captain of the guard?
Oh.
Bear and tiger voice actor. What?
Yes. Very famous bear and very famous tiger. He was the voice actor for both. He was also the voice actor for Cat Dog.
Oh, shit.
He's been a voice actor for almost 600 things. But his most famous role was a bear and a tiger in the same thing.
I'm thinking.
If you can come up with the name of the bear and or the tiger, I'll give you the answer.
Yeah. I'm thinking maybe the actor who played Diego in Ice Age.
That would be.
Oh.
Are you thinking? God, that's Dennis Leary, isn't it?
Maybe.
Diego's the tiger, right?
Yeah, the tiger.
Yeah.
That was Dennis Leary. Unfortunately, no. Jim Cummings, Winnie the Pooh himself.
Oh,
Wow.
Was
I
the,
would have
was
never
the captain of the
guessed that.
guard.
interesting.
You there, ogre? That was Winnie the Pooh.
I love that.
That's awesome. I would have never guessed that ever.
I was
terrible at
surprised
this.
because it didn't dawn on me, but he also sounds exactly like Cat from Cat Dog.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah.
And that's the same actor. And he also voiced the characters in Christopher Robin with Ewan McGregor.
Oh, so he plays Tigger too in Winnie the Pooh?
He's both.
Oh, that's
Oh
awesome.
shit.
Yeah. I was actually pretty impressed. Because the guy's, like I said, he's got almost 600 voice acting credits to his name.
That is
I
wild.
want to ask you guys which Winnie the Pooh character is you guys' favorite? To me,
Tigger.
it's Tigger. Yeah, it's
Tigger,
Tigger.
yep.
Yeah,
We're
easily Tigger.
unanimous.
Yeah, Tigger
It has to
is
be
so
Tigger.
good.
Yeah.
And then a close second is Eeyore because he's the absolute opposite of Tigger.
Oh yeah.
Yes. All he wants to do is
Yeah,
sleep,
so
and that I
good.
feel that. I
Oh,
feel
bother.
that.
I truly think the best live action from animation and film that Disney has ever done is their adaptation of Winnie the Pooh that was Christopher Robin.
Yeah.
Have you guys
That was
ever
Ewan
seen
McGregor,
that?
yeah?
Yeah,
I don't think
Ewan
I've seen
McGregor
that,
played
actually.
a Christopher Robin, and
I haven't
yeah,
seen it, but I remember
it's
wanting
so
to.
good.
Maybe I did
It
see
is
it.
it is honestly an amazing film, and I would even say a film like worthy of like a Best Picture Oscar. Honestly, it was surprisingly a good, and it's not a jokey film at all. It's like it is like it is kind of serious, but it still has the feel of Winnie the Pooh stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with Winnie the Pooh, you have to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a very emotional film.
Oh, dear.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
Piglet. All right, I got two more for you.
All right.
Why was the song "I'm a Believer" chosen as one of the theme songs for the entire series?
Why?
Why?
I would say because I'm a Believer is about love, and this I would say this franchise, the whole thing is very much about love.
Damn it, John, you took my answer. I was gonna say the belief in love.
It's pretty close to it. It's actually specifically because the line, "I thought love was only true in fairy tales."
Makes sense.
That's what trivia told me, anyways. Yeah,
That's perfect.
I actually also, while I was reading up on this, found out that All-Star was only a placeholder. It was not supposed to originally be in the
Interesting.
movie.
Wow.
I'm glad that it is because I feel like the film would feel very different if it didn't have that.
Yeah, it would have started off with something else.
Yeah. Yeah, it would feel it would drastically change the feeling going into the film.
Almost like Chris Farley having been the voice of Shrek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And lastly, I'll ask this last one. What is unique to this movie location-wise?
Location-wise, I'm thinking that it's a world where all of the fairy tales all exist in the same world.
You brought out way too far out scope for that one. Any thoughts, Annabelle? Think about it this way. This is the only one of the Shrek movies that a location is
Duloc.
Duloc.
Duloc's not in any of the other ones. Yeah.
And also I think if I remember, I remember hearing Duloc was supposed to be based on Disneyland.
Well, there was some controversy behind that. Radio Disney actually prohibited any kind of advertising for this movie, specifically because of the competition. I think Katzenberg was the person who directed this, and Robin Williams was supposed to be in this movie, and because of a falling out with Katzenberg and his relationship with Disney in general, Robin Williams never happened either.
Interesting. I wonder who Robin Williams would have played.
I think also Shrek.
Or Baby Donkey. I could see.
I could honestly see I could honestly
imagine
see
that
him.
much energy.
I honestly could see Robin Williams either Shrek, Donkey, or even Lord Farquaad. I could see him as any of them.
Yeah.
Or all three of them. Oh, could you imagine? Robin Williams
could definitely do all three of them with different accents. You could definitely do that and make it hilarious.
Oh my god, it'd be more than hilarious. It would have been the best one-man show the 2001 produced.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's great. No, I just saw while I was looking up on IMDb and apparently according to the trivia section for the film, Shrek received his own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Did I think he was one of the first animated characters?
That's kind of cool.
Well,
I think maybe Winnie the Pooh did.
Interesting. I never knew that characters could receive something like that. I thought it was only actors and stuff like that.
I wonder who put the prince on there. It had to have been Mike Myers that would have done the prince.
I would hope it would be Mike Myers, but he wears like massive gloves to make it seem like they're ogre hands.
Or they used his ears.
Oh god, that would be amazing. Oh man. Let's see if there's anything else on here I would like to talk about from the trivia section.
That was a long list. That trivia in IMDb was a lot. There was a lot to choose from. That's where I got all these from.
I'm not surprised. There's a lot of references in this movie.
Yeah, like there's one thing that the whole thing with Fiona doing the Matrix kick, they were only able to do that because of how long it took to make the movie.
Not surprised, since I think they started in like the early 90s making the movie.
I remember 96 was the number that's coming to my head. But even then, coming out over 5 years, that's a lot of work.
Yeah, which it kind of makes sense because as animation just takes so long to make, especially if you're gonna do really nice animation like what this had.
Yeah, especially for its time.
Oh yeah.
I remember. Oh yeah, there's another thing that I read on there. Mike Myers recorded his lines, I think, 3 times. Originally, it was, I want to say it was not. I don't remember what the first accent he went with. Second one was Canadian, and then the third one was Scottish.
Interesting.
And it cost like an extra $4 or $6 million to redo all of his lines.
Yeah.
Oh man. Which the fact that it took so long to make, and it's probably part of why Chris Farley wasn't able to play the role because I think it was like 97 maybe that he passed, something like that.
He hadn't finished his lines. That I do know. Like obviously he had recorded some, but he hadn't finished yet. And then I mean it is still a bummer. I would have loved to have seen the alternate version of the movie with him because it was a different story.
Yeah.
But I don't think it would have been as iconic as it is now, having been done with Farley. I can't see it that way.
Apparently, one thing I was on the IMDb trivia section. Apparently, in 2018, someone made a shot-for-shot remake of the film and put it on YouTube called Shrek Retold, and it looks very trippy.
I bet the
Well,
person
like,
that
something
did it
like
was
that.
probably on drugs.
I want to look at something since you've got me curious now.
It's very interesting as it looks like, based on these pictures, like every scene is a different animation style. Here's one thing from it.
Opening
What
back
the
up.
hell is that?
I think
Oh,
that's
wow,
supposed to be
that's-
Shrek and Donkey.
That's
Oh, that looks
uncomfortable.
terrible.
And here is another thing of Donkey.
That looks a little bit better. That other one was just so pixelated. It was god awful.
Here is apparently a Shrek moon.
Why? Why does it need a face?
There was apparently live action elements.
Oh god.
Here's actually a pretty a interesting looking part of it. Like that's actually some decent looking animation. If you
Yeah.
can see that.
Yeah, that's like, it's like cartoon like.
Yeah. Here's a very weird thing.
Why he looks like Frankenstein.
Yeah. What the hell is this? I feel like I kind of need to watch this now. This is so weird. Oh man. Alright. So I don't think there's anything else that we really need to talk about. So I'm going to allow both of you to do an announcer voice thing you'd like me to say for some funny phrase. I just put it in the chat and I'll say it in my announcer's voice. It's probably not gonna sound great, great because my announcer voice is not great right now. It's basic, but I think it'll still seem pretty funny.
Got it. I didn't even have to think about this one.
I think I'm gonna do this one just because I was just looking it up.
I want you to like scream this, announce it, if your voice can handle it.
Okay.
I got mine. Do hers first, please.
Man,
Please.
do you know the Muffin Man? Shrek is love. Shrek is life. Oh man,
John, if you've never watched the Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life.
yeah, I know. I know Shrek is love, Shrek is life. I've even heard of the Shrek is love, Shrek is life horror game. Someone made it's basically just a Slenderman, but they replaced the Slenderman with a Shrek. They called it Shrek is love, Shrek is life, but it's some hilarious shit.
Shrek is so multiversal now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, Shrek also one thing I want to bring up real quick. Have either of you ever seen any of the unnecessary censorship videos of Shrek?
Yes.
As one thing I absolutely love every time I hear it is where someone censored and the word "stay" when Donkey says, "Can I stay with you?" And "Can I stay with you, please?" And make it sound like "Can't fuck you, please."
Oh my god!
They
amazing.
basically censor certain spots to make it sound like it's bad words.
It's
great.
so good.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I'll give you a little tease of Puss in Boots since you haven't seen it yet, but I won't give too much away. There's one point in the movie where a dog is being spoken to and the dog has no name. He goes, "I've been called a lot of things. Stupid dog, dumb dog, bleep for brains." And I truly believe this exact thing that he's talking about is the reason they did this in this movie.
I love censored curse words being in children's films. There's have you seen the League of Super Pets last year?
Yes.
There's so many great moments there.
Speedy the Turtle.
Yeah.
Speedy the Turtle censors so much in that movie.
It's so good.
I'm shocked that there's actual bleeps in a children's movie.
Well, they bleep because it's the children.
But it's just like
oh man.
It's just shocking to me because normally they just come up with a different word for it. not
Yeah.
just bleep. Everybody knows what a bleep means.
Yeah. Well, we can refer that episode of SpongeBob
Yeah,
for anybody who's
everybody
in
knows.
question.
Everybody knows what a bleep is, but I think for some reason the MPAA does not know what a bleep is.
Well,
I
also
guess.
they said ass twice or so in this movie.
Yeah,
too, right?
Oh, yeah.
They also say "damn" multiple times in this movie, which I was
Yep.
surprised eyes by. Like, wow.
I've got to save my ass. They got away with it. I mean, it's by
Yeah.
definition not wrong.
Yeah.
Well, that was 2001 in a PG
Yeah.
movie. I'm surprised even still.
All right. Well, before we end this off, I want to ask: is there any last things either of you would like to say?
Ladies first.
Do you know the Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man,
The Muffin Man.
the one who lives on Drury Lane. Keith, you bastard! We said it 3 times now.
Everyone, please check out out Annabelle on Vari Vendetta podcast, which they actually just got some new podcast art, which is looking excellent, and I absolutely love it.
Very snazzy. Very snazzy.
And also check out the Mad Trivia John on the Mad Trivia podcast, where he asks trivia questions just like he did here, and he also does Mad Libs on there, and it is an absolutely hilarious time. I know you're gonna enjoy yourself on both the Vari Vendetta and on the Mad Trivia podcast. All right, so thank you for listening. Happy Valentine's Day. Hope everyone has a good one. On whether you have a partner or not. I hope you have a good day. If you like this game analysis, please give a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or a 5-star rating on Spotify. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the episode, so please let me know. And if you'd like to listen more from me, please subscribe. Many more Gamma analysis from me coming, so keep on the lookout. This again is your host, Smash Ray John, signing off.